Ladies and gentlemen, like a lot of top city officials are turning on Eric Adams over the migrant crisis that's going on there. So Adams said New York City has already spent more than $1 billion on the migrant crisis. And you got all those homeless black people there that are not getting 1 ounce of help. Mm, mm, mm. Some critics are calling New York City Mayor Eric Adams' management of the migrant crisis chaotic and are casting doubts over his leadership, according to the New York Times. In a Tuesday article headlined Chaos Fury Mistakes 600 Days Inside New York Migrant Crisis, the Times interviewed human rights advocates and local officials on New York City's handling of the migrant crisis. Adams announced back in May that the city had received over 70,000 migrants. For months, the mayor of one of the largest cities in the United States told New Yorkers that the migrant crisis will worsen the budget shortfall and cause suffering for both constituents and migrants. Adams said New York City has already spent more than $1 billion in addressing the migrant crisis and is projected to need more than $4 billion in funding. Yeah, and as you know, Biden is not given him any help. And he has made several trips to Washington, D.C., trying to get help. And he can't get help from them. And he can't get any help from the mayor, not the mayor, I'm sorry, the governor of New York. Republican executive of Orange County told the Times that Adams sent two buses of migrants to his county without making good on his promise to contact him before proceeding. Yeah, because you're going to tell him not to send them. That's why he's not contacting you. So other officials in upstate New York also complained that Adams did not give them adequate warning before sending buses of migrants upstate. So some officials like New York City Comptroller Brad Lander have directly opposed Adams restricting the mayor's emergency power to contract for migrant services without review. His spokeswoman pointed to extensive failures by the city. A volunteer aid group executive, Palu, called the scenes fabricated chaos. Some migrants choose to sleep on the sidewalk outside of an office to hold their space in line for shelter, and others are getting outright into shoving matches. The confusion and overcrowding of shelters in New York City and across the state comes as migrant families and advocates protest Adams' policy for a 60-day limit for stay in shelters. This is according to the Associated Press. The office did not immediately respond to a request for comment from Fox News Digital. Well, Chicago is not the only city that gets cold in the winter. You can best believe New York gets plenty cold too. And y'all, we're already hitting in the 20s and 30s at night. So if they are sleeping on those sidewalks, you can best believe they're cold. You can best believe it. And yes, it really is bad up in New York. I was looking at some of the videos. I've been looking at the stories online. It is bad. And those buses are still going in there. And I see that Greg Abbott is now using planes to fly people into Chicago. So they're coming by bus and they're coming by plane into Chicago now. So, These cities are overwhelmed, and I don't see this getting better anytime soon. You got migrants, they said 12,000 on up, showing up at the borders on a regular basis every day. There is no way. And just this past weekend, they sent 16 busloads of people to Denver. And it gets plenty cold in Denver too. So, well, I tell you what, if they want to stay in the cities that they're in, they're going to be in for something. So, y'all, tell me what you think. I did see the video of Eric Adams on the plane going to DC trying to get help, and he keeps coming back empty handed. And, that governor is not lifting a finger either. So he's pretty much holding the bag all by himself. And he's not alone. Chicago, they're doing Chicago's mayor the same way. So, y'all, tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.